So, time to end this. Both the
Finally.
discussion and Yu-Gi-Oh! So,
Choose one.
Yugi and the Pharaoh both actually take time out to themselves, closing out their minds so that they can each build their respective decks. Now, everybody else is nervous. Ishizu and Merrick have been, kind enough to lead them this far through Egypt, taking them to the stone so that they can do the whole memory world thing and this, that, and the other. They're even actually letting them use their boat to get to the Valley of the Kings, where they can actually have this battle. So we get there, and yeah, the two Yugi split, and they move to opposite sides of the chamber and shuffle up. It's time to duel. Yugi versus a 10. I think we've all been wanting to see this duel because the one that they had in the Waking the Dragons arc was not real, and it certainly wasn't how it should have been. So let's just go ahead and highlight this sucker. The Pharaoh manages to summon all three Egyptian gods in one freaking turn.
Everybody expects Atom to win, which is a bit obvious. He's the Pharaoh. He always plays the game.
Well, the Pharaoh has the bravery and the courage, but Yugi is actually the smarts. He's the strategist. And Weevil pointed that out in the Waking the Dragons arc. When he dueled Weevil, the Pharaoh had no real strategy. He was just playing. So, Yugi, being just as I just described him, actually has a counter for the Egyptian gods and destroys all of them. Wow. Really? We gotta show character growth. So he manages to overpower the Egyptian gods. Fine. Fine. So, the Pharaoh didn't want to win with them anyway. So they're playing their respective decks, Yugi using his own, childlike deck, with the Pharaoh actually using the deck that we've seen him use from Battle City onwards. It comes down to like this really, really kick-ass close battle with the Pharaoh actually summoning the Dark Magician, who now can speak to him freely. Now that he has his memories and his connections back and everything. Then the freaking Egyptians actually they say that the real power of the Malayan puzzle is actually adhering to the Pharaoh's will. In other words, he can draw just what he needs in order to win.
Fucking cheater.
That's how it's been this entire goddamn series. Well,
It's the heart of the cards.
with the exception of the two times that he lost, that's about it. I can't say three because he wasn't Yami Yugi during his duel with Rebecca. He was actually regular Yugi. I almost forgot about that. So, yeah. Um, yeah, despite drawing all this and all that, here we go. The duel comes to a close. Tim is actually kind of sad because, damn it, if I win, I stay. So he's about to play Monster Reborn. Yugi uses the anime version of Gold Sarcophagus. He can put a card in the sarcophagus and tell like he needs it or some shit. And well, he reveals the card that he put in there was Monster Reborn. So now he can negate the activation of the Pharaoh's Monster Reborn and destroy it. So now he doesn't get to revive Slifer. That's it. Game over. He's open to attack, and Yugi is hesitant to do it, but the Pharaoh reassures him that he's doing what he needs to. So he attacks, he wins, but Yugi feels like a loser afterwards. I mean, for real, he actually starts crying. And to be honest, I actually felt pretty bad too. I mean, hell, I started to cry a little bit. But, you know,
Same. Yeah.
Tim actually reassures him that he did the right thing and he's not weak. Instead, he's actually strong for doing what he needed to actually let him go. He doesn't need him anymore. It's basically one of those. Yugi was so timid and quiet and shy, and the Pharaoh was everything that he needed to be, everything that he wanted to be. And now I'm on the verge of tears myself. Now, damn it, um, because that's meaningful, and I actually appreciate an anime actually showing something like that. So
Agreed.
yeah, so here we go. Everybody has their own little goodbye speech, and yeah, he speaks his name, opens up the gateway so that he can go into the afterlife, and he's greeted by all of his friends from his life before. And just as he looks back and gives a thumbs up before he walks out of their lives, yeah, then the doors close and the Millennium Tablet, holding all of the Millennium items, cracks and crumbles, and the ground, the floor of the chamber starts to give way, thus losing the Millennium items forever. Or so it seems. God damn it, GX. So, yeah, there go the God cards, there go the Millennium items, and everybody needs to get their ass out of there. Hell, even Kaiba actually admits to there actually being something to all the magic that has gone on throughout the series in his goodbye speech. So, wow. So, after everybody makes it out, there's like a nice little bit of positive dialogue between everybody. Like, well, now what? Well, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what comes. As the camera pans up to the blue sky. For everybody that's seen the dub, that's where it ends. But it's not actually the end. In the original version, it carries on to school started again, and once again, Taya's there to walk Yugi to school, and so they kind of talk about what happened. But oh well. I mean, I don't mind the ending that we got.
Because I think I saw the thing where Taylor and Yugi talk, but can't remember much about it, to be honest.
It wasn't really all that important. It was just more of a self-reflection thing.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then that does make it important. But still, this is actually the only damn Yu-Gi-Oh series that we got that had an ending to it. So I can't really complain all that much. Seriously, GX and 5Ds did not get their actual endings.